2 weeks in a row, we have gotten over 1 million viewers watching AEW Dynamite. Have we struck ratings gold?
In the immortal words of Lil Wayne, a millionaire. These past two AEW women's matches have been so much better than any women's match on the WrestleMania card. And I say that with a full... You shut your mouth! You shut your mouth. And I say that because you look back and you look at these matches, you're like, my God almighty. What an impressive match. See, you become a defensive young one. I did not say anything about Sasha Banks.
Okay, I actually have this other theory that goes.
Go ahead, tell me your theory.
I think you're getting played, Ace.
You think I'm working myself into a shoe?
You're working yourself, brother. You're working yourself.
Let me know.
Here's the thing. Daniel Bryan has been saying he wants to quit for a long time. Daniel Bryan has been saying, oh, wrestling's not for me. And the man don't leave. And the man he's still here. Okay? Like, he's showing up on Total Bellas. The man's being seen everywhere. He does podcasts everywhere. This man's not going anywhere. You're getting played, Ace. What's up, everyone? Welcome to this week's episode of the Weekly Finish Up. My name is Roger, a.k.a. Beefy Supreme. And to my left is the incomparable, the amazing Ace Styles.
What's up? What it is? It's your boy Ace Styles.
And we are going to talk all things wrestling this week. And I want to start off with the AEW main event. Darby Allin versus the Jungle Boy for the TNT Championship. Ace, I am telling you, Darby Allin has main evented 2 weeks in a row. And for 2 weeks in a row, we have gotten over 1 million viewers watching AEW Dynamite. Have we struck ratings gold?
Let me tell you something. In the immortal words of Lil Wayne, a millionaire. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Back-to-back ratings. 1 million. The boy AEW on the back of not at Cody Rhodes. No, sir. Not on John Moxley. No, sir. Not on any of the established stars. Not even Big Show. Not even Sting. No. It is the young blood of AEW. It is Darby Allin. Let me tell you something. It is Darby Allin.
He's carrying. I mean, we have an AEW champion, and he's been hanging out in the back. So we have Darby Allin carrying the reins, and you're right. He's doing it like we're starting off the nights with Hangman Page, starting off the shows week back to back, and then we have Darby Allin main eventing back to back. We have Jungle Boy main eventing. These aren't big established names, man. They're carrying the brand.
No, and that's what I'm saying. This is why I'm saying. Just imagine when Blood and Guts comes around. Just imagine when they focus a show with Kenny Omega, or when they focus a show against John Moxley, right? Just imagine when Cody Rhodes comes back and he starts headlining. It just goes to show the depth of this roster, the depth of how much is happening in this industry, not only on AEW, but in industries in general. The new blood is taking over. The indie darlings of the past are becoming old. And now these new guys.
Indie darlings are old now?
Yes. Your CM Punks, your Kevin Owens, your Sami Zayn. The once true blood is now gone.
You're right. So I want to know, I've told you this, that I've noticed some changes to Thunder Rosa's face, based on storytelling. I feel like Darby Allin is going through the same change. His face paint looks really nice. He's no longer wearing the small shorts. Are we getting a more established, a more dominant, a more mature Darby Allin?
Well, let's break that down, right? Darby Allin has, at the beginning when we first started watching Darby Allin, we just knew there was something in this kid, right? We knew that there was something off with him. We knew that he was this young daredevil, and everybody looked at him like a Jeff Hardy. Now, we legitimately have taken that away. We no longer see him in the same light of Jeff Hardy. If anything, we see him as somebody else who uses his body as a weapon. He legitimately has carved out a path for himself, and we see that now. The face paint.
We see those topes suicidas. They hurt.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. He's doing more things to establish himself and say, no, I'm not trying to be the next Jeff Hardy. I'm trying to be the next Darby Allin, ladies and gentlemen. And that's and the immortal words of Booker T. That's a shucky ducky quack quack moment of the night because reminds me of how Finn Balor used to be when he used to face paint his face, right?
Yeah,
he had that mystique. But now Darby Allin, plus the mystique, that man can go. I mean, if you talk about the matches that he's doing, back-to-back main events, right? Yeah. All-star classics with Matt Hardy, and now with Jungle Boy Jack Perry. You continue to elevate not only the TNT title, which arguably, in my opinion, is more prestigious already than the ICW title and the United States Championship.
Those are fighting words, sir.
And I'm saying that because if you look at what the title is, Darby Allin does not need the title, right? Darby Allin is one of those cats who doesn't need the title. But because he has the championship, my God, is he elevating not only himself, but also the prestige of that title.
I want to know, you know, Darby Allin, we've always said, fans just like him, and he's not your typical babyface. Like, I want to know your opinion, because Jungle Boy is like your white meat, good babyface guy, and he went up against Darby Allin. And I actually don't know if we were supposed to have a heel here, if it was supposed to be face to face. But Darby Allin kind of like, you know, we had Ric Flair for many years be the dirtiest player in the game. He would gouge people's eyes. He would do like dirty things, and he would get cheered. He would get woos throughout the crowd. Darby Allin is doing the same thing. He's pulling hair. He's gouging eyes. Yeah. And we all love him. Like, is he a heel?
I wouldn't call him a heel. I wouldn't even call him a tweener. I think Darby is just one of those dark side characters and I wouldn't even call him an anti-heel. He's just one of those, he has those dark characteristics in him that you can know he plays with teetering off the deep end, right?
But he has Sting, Ace.
Yes, he has Sting, and Sting has always been seen as a you know, originally he was a huge babyface back with the NWO era, but it's the same thing. I don't know. I really don't know what is gonna happen there. But I mean, now that you got me thinking, imagine if we do a full heel turn Darby Allin and Sting's the mentor trying to say, "Hey man, relax. This is not you," and then he's like, "You don't know me." And the moment when he says, "You don't know me,"
he's like, "You're turning too dark, my son."
Oh no! That's some good stuff. That's some good stuff.
I love that. And I wanted to start off with Darby because, again, the ratings are through the roof. And another reason the ratings are through the roof, it's a women's division in AEW. Another top match this week. Tay Conti got her title shot against Hikaru Shida. And my goodness, did they blow the roof. When I mentioned ratings, they have released them this week as well. And apparently the crowd tuned in. People started switching the channel to check out this match. Do we have more gold?
Let me tell you something. A year ago on this show, we talked about it. We said the women's division is just not there. Hindsight is 2020 because God Almighty himself, these back-to-back AEW Dynamites, the women have been killing it. The women have been stepping up. The women are wrestling better than the men. And that's a huge statement, but I'm backing up 100% because that match on Wednesday, that deserves a 5-star match. Okay,
I will say I'm one of those people that felt like Tay Conti was getting a little too much praise lately because everyone was starting to jump on board. You know,
the bandwagon was huge.
The bandwagon has been pretty big lately.
Yeah, it really has. She was trending on Twitter. Tay Day was trending with Twitter before even Dynamite started. She was trending all the time. Tay Day, hashtag Tay Day, was trending.
I feel like she earned it because I feel like everyone wanted her to win. So I am a big Hikaru Shida fan because I feel like she's a quintessential champion. She looks great. She has a great entrance. I always say, if you look like a cool toy, like a cool wrestling figure toy, you deserve your top spot.
I agree. I
think Tay Conti is there now too. I want a Tay Conti toy too. Like they tore the house out, man. And can I just say, Tay Conti got her back destroyed. Hikaru Shida beat the hell out of her back. She threw her against the turnbuckles, threw her against the apron. Overall, a 5-star performance.
Yeah, and I just want to talk about that, right? And you said that so beautifully because I was one of those people who I knew she had something there. I knew she had potential, but I wasn't on her bandwagon yet. And I watched her on AEW Elevation. I've seen her on AEW Dark, and I knew there was something there, right? And remember, she comes from NXT, right? She comes from the Mae Young Classic. So we saw her. Does
anyone even remember that?
No. And so that's what I'm saying. It goes. We could talk about that on a different podcast about how WWE is hoarding their talent. But that's a whole different story there. But the situation here, and I saw her, the more and more she got it, the more she was wrestling, the more I was like, okay, I'm seeing something. This match, my God almighty, I'm sorry. I know I keep going over this, but these past two AEW women's matches have been so much better than any women's match on the WrestleMania card. And I say that with a full. You shut your mouth. You shut your mouth. And I say that because you look back and you look at these matches, you're like, my God almighty. What an impressive match. You shut your mouth. I'm not, but see, you become a defensive young one. I did not say anything about Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks is in a league of her own. But what I'm saying is these women are putting it all on the line, and we see that, and that's a channel turner. I mean, the challenge was playing. Don't forget, it was the challenge season finale, right? I was going to tune in to see what's going to happen. But they said...
No. I keep seeing that over and over. No one's watching the challenge, man. Come on.
Hey, them 34 years old, them 28 years old, they watch it. I'm not gonna
lie. I'm ready to binge it because we saw the pilot, because we're gonna watch it.
If you like it, they say it worked. So that's what I'm saying. The fact that the women have gotten people to switch the channel, and they were at 1.2, 1.1. Come on, man.
Yeah. No, another thing. The challenge doesn't have the Miz, so I'm just gonna say that Wrestlemania did have the Miz. I'm just throwing that out there. Right? You kind of need the Miz for these shows. But I think Tay Conti was a channel changer, and at this point, I don't even know if you need the Dark Order with her. I just want to see this match over and over. But there's another wrinkle now, Ace. The elusive triple threat challenge. There is now a new challenger, a new #1 contender. Britt Baker, DMD.
So is that real, though? Is that real? Did she really just shut up? Or I don't understand.
No, so Britt Baker has been earning her wins because they told her she has to start earning wins to elevate herself as a #1 contender. That's why she came out, and now she's the #1 contender. So now the question is, does Britt Baker win the title? Are we finally going to see a Britt Baker era in AEW?
It's just scary.
Why? You don't want it?
Because it's like what you just said, right? Shida has been carrying this division all through the pandemic era. Shida has been carrying this division from the get-go, right? And don't get me wrong, I love Britt Baker. I love me some Britt Baker. I think she's a phenomenal wrestler. But when you talk about a pound-for-pound wrestler that is Shida, I don't know if Britt Baker is the caliber of champion where she can make everybody else look good. Shida has been proven time and time again. You put somebody with her, they will make them look like $1,000 and they will put on a match.
The Thunder Rosa match.
I know, but this is what I'm saying. I don't know if Britt Baker can do that. And I don't want to say nothing else, but it's almost like Shida is almost like a Darby Allin situation where no matter who they're going up against, they are in there for the fight of their life. And Shida, we saw that this Wednesday. Shida was almost like there was many times when we thought, yo, she's gonna lose.
I thought he was going to lose a few times, yeah.
I thought so, too. So that's what I'm saying. Is it Britt Baker's time? Most definitely. But again, I don't know. You're right. I don't know.
You're right. Shida and Darby Allin have this thing where, like, they make you think they're going to lose every week. They have this little underdog feature to them, which is really nice. It's pretty good, even as dominant as they are. But yeah. I'm looking forward to Britt Baker because I think we need a heel era now. You know, we're kind of not getting it with Kenny Omega because he's been hanging out with his piece. And that's where I want to take this now. Ace, the Elite is hanging on backstage. They're hanging out. They have brand new wardrobe, hanging out like it's the 90s. Are you feeling the Elite?
Here's the thing, right? I am actually enjoying this, but I do feel like they need to step it up a little bit. Because they're doing a lot, right? They're doing a lot with this backstage thing, and they're doing a lot, but they need to step up the game. I know people are soured on Kenny a little bit, but they're mostly soured because the fans overhype him. And so it's the same thing with the Young Bucks, right? The Young Bucks were the baby faces. They came in and they were so great, but now they're just becoming full douches. And that's the same thing what happened to Kenny. Kenny's becoming a full douche. And I mean, if we saw this past Wednesday, I don't know what they were wearing this past Wednesday.
No, they look fly, man.
But that drip was ridiculous.
No, you guys, they were rocking the Jordans last week. This week, they're rocking like that Shawn Michaels 1995 wardrobe. I like, they look fly, man. I love it.
I don't know about that. That's a whole different conversation than
we
that.
We need some chaps.
Yeah, we do.
Okay,
because that ain't it.
Well, Kenny Omega was supposed to fight Rich Swann this weekend
this Sunday. This Sunday.
Against each other, and you wouldn't even know about it just watching AEW every week.
So TK talked about that, right? He went out to Bust It Open and he said that it's not his pay-per-view to promote. It's not his situation to promote. So the situation is, he said himself, I actually buy ads on Impact. I actually do pay ads. Maybe Impact should buy ads on AEW's time. So I don't know. That's what TK said. I don't know.
Well, it's unfortunate because I feel like that, we haven't opened the door like this in a long time, maybe ever. So I think it's cool, and good for Tony Khan for doing that. But talking about the Elite, we have the counter to the Elite, and Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley have become the counter to whatever look we're creating here. Are you a fan?
Let me just tell you something right now. I think they are hilarious.
Doesn't Eddie Kingston feel like a homeboy that you know back from your hood?
Bro, that's exactly what I was thinking about too. I was just like, Eddie Kingston reminds me of those dudes that you hang out with on the barrio and just hanging out, and
they skip class, but they're cool with you.
And they take you to the little corner store and they buy you like little honey buns, and they give you all these drinks. Yeah, that's exactly what he does. And let me tell you something. That whole entire segment when they ran, that segment felt very old school, Attitude Era, maybe Ruthless Aggression era, where they're in the back.
You like that, though?
It made me laugh. I was visually entertained. I was sports entertained.
I want to know, where did the Elite go?
I think it's going to be Eddie Kingston and Moxley versus.
No. I'm talking about they ran over the trailer, Ace. Where did they go?
Oh, they ran away. They're smart. They ran away. They knew what happened. They saw it in the window. They ran away.
Well, we had Shaq disappear from an ambulance last time, and now
we did
disappear from a trailer. Maybe it's a big storyline.
I don't. Maybe we have the Undertaker coming to All Elite Wrestling. I just play. I don't know. Speaking about people coming, Samoa Joe also got fired recently. Maybe Samoa Joe comes back.
Samoa Joe, he has that AEW blood. I'm completely okay with that.
Me too. I'm just gonna be sad when his intro song isn't dun 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 dun, because I love his intro music. By the way, we also lost Andrade, so we might.
Oh, we have Andrade too. Okay.
Charlotte might be coming over here, and I know Ric Flair watching. So you better tell your daughter she better jump the switch. Just saying.
I feel like I used to love Samoa Joe's music because it felt like Diddy Kong, like Big Daddy Kong, Donkey Kong coming and like about to smash stuff up. And you're right, Andrade's available, and I feel like there's no way these guys don't have AEW in their future. I know sometimes we don't want to sign former WWE people, but these guys belong there, man.
I agree, and it helps out a lot of people. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Talking about people that might leave, I want to bring up this topic with you because I know for some reason you no longer like WrestleMania. For some reason, I'm losing you to wrestling.
You're losing me to WWE, not wrestling.
No. Here's my thing. You hated everything from January to March because you called it filler going to WrestleMania. Okay? Yeah. And that involved a lot of Daniel Bryan. In the end, you said you were okay with the match and you liked the match.
Yeah, I thought the match was great.
Well, now Daniel Bryan looks like he's done. Daniel Bryan went on some podcast and said, I'm trying to weasel my way to fight for some other companies. Daniel Bryan said he just doesn't feel it when he goes out there anymore. And Daniel Bryan on SmackDown said, actually, he didn't say, Roman Reigns issued the challenge to Daniel Bryan and said, I'll fight you for the title, but only if you put your career on the line. It looks like that's the direction we're going. Is that the end of Daniel Bryan?
It's one of those things where, and you hear this a lot from wrestlers, right? They say the moment you're in the curtain, right? When you're in Gorilla and you hear your music and you don't get those goosebumps anymore, that's the time you got to walk out. And I think this is the situation with Daniel Bryan. I think Daniel Bryan understands that WWE's style, everything that he's been doing isn't giving him the satisfaction, isn't giving him what he
He
wants.
just main evented WrestleMania.
But that's what I'm saying though, right? We've heard this from Daniel Bryan so long, right? He's been wanting to go fight Meta League. He's been wanting to go fight other people, right? He doesn't want to. He doesn't want the main event spot. He would rather go in there and go fight Cesaro or go fight Shinsuke Nakamura. He would rather have one of those types of matches. And I honestly believe.
But he had a great match against. You're dismissing Edge and Roman Reigns. What are you talking?
But here's the thing, right? If we look at what's happening, right? Your boy Edge came back and he lost, and now where he at?
Edge is a main eventer, Hall of Fame.
Where he at?
Okay, well, right now, I have a theory, but I'll keep going.
He lost.
Well, okay, I have a theory.
No. This is what I gotta tell you. He lost. Since he's been back, that man has continuously lost. The only match that he ever won was that one match with Randy Orton, but nobody even thinks about it because it was such a bad match.
But wins and losses don't matter when
in the WWE.
No, they don't. Because
in the WWE.
No, you're a Rock fan.
In the WWE.
The Rock used to lose all the time.
But his matches was amazing.
Well, that's the thing. And you're telling me Edge versus Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan wasn't amazing?
It was one match he was amazing since he's been back.
So that was amazing. And he was at the Royal Rumble. I don't know why you keep dismissing the Royal Rumble.
That was a great Royal Rumble, but that's 2 matches. And so they're still not that great. For example, if we turn that around and we look at Christian Cage coming back in AEW, the man has no. You shut your mouth. God. You shut your mouth. That boy has been putting in the work. That boy has been outworking everybody. This Wednesday's match with
Exactly.
Sorry, my mouth is becoming dry. I can't speak right now. So forgive me. Okay, I'm sorry.
Christian Cage has a shirt that says "Outwork everyone," and then he doesn't work every week.
What do you mean?
He shows up to catering, and then he's like, "Oh, maybe I'll wrestle next week. Oh, maybe I'll show up next week." And then Cass has to issue the challenge and be like, I'm gonna challenge you next week. Otherwise, Christian doesn't wrestle. Christian doesn't do anything.
Bro, since Christian's been back, bro, he has been wrestling 4 or 5-star matches, man.
He wrestled 2 matches. I don't know what you're watching.
And they've been way better than any of the Edge matches.
Bro, why are we talking about that? I'm talking about Daniel Bryan. What are you doing?
I'm saying this because it all comes back to the situation where if you look at Daniel Bryan and he looks at a guy and he looks at Christian, he says, "Look at that. Christian is going somewhere else and wrestling his type of matches, wrestling his style of matches."
That's what
Daniel Bryan wants.
You're saying Daniel Bryan wants what Christian has?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Okay. Daniel Bryan is in the main event scene fighting for the WWE Championship against Roman Reigns.
He didn't care.
Roman Reigns is one of the best wrestlers of all time, whether people like it or not. One of the all time. He's going down in history. You're fighting against that guy, okay? And you're fighting against Edge, a Hall of Famer. Yeah. And you want Christian fighting Powerhouse Hobbs? Yeah. Come on, man. Yeah.
Because he doesn't care. The man said it himself, he doesn't care. He does not care.
No, this is absurd. This is
so you're saying the man, you're saying, oh my God, indie mentality? No, fam. It's the fact of the matter is, he just doesn't want that style of matches. He has gone on record and said he has been pitching himself to go against Grand Metalik. He has been pitching himself to go against Kalisto and all these other guys.
You are insane. Okay, I'm just gonna say I'm not sure if you're right.
You tell Daniel Bryan who's insane.
Yeah, I'm not
sure. It's not my fault. That's what he wants.
That is absurd. Like, there's this mentality that diminishes wrestlers just because you're not feeling the current booking. Roman Reigns and Edge.
It's not booking though, fam.
It's an honor for anyone to wrestle them. It's insane to think otherwise.
To you.
No, not to me.
No. To you. No. Because at the end of the day, if Daniel Bryan has gone on record and said, "Yo, I did not feel it. I went out there and I was lukewarm."
But that has nothing to do with the wrestlers. That has to do with his feeling with wrestling itself.
Then why would he say that he wants to weasel his way out to go wrestle other people?
Okay, I actually have this other theory that goes.
Go ahead, tell me your theory.
I think you're getting played, Ace.
You think I'm working myself into a shoot?
You're working yourself, brother. You're working yourself.
Let me know.
You worked yourself into a shoot, brother. Here's the thing. Daniel Bryan has been saying he wants to quit for a long time. Daniel Bryan has been saying, oh, wrestling's not for me. And the man don't leave. And the man he's still here. Okay? Like, he's showing up on Total Bellas. The man's being seen everywhere. He does podcasts everywhere. This man's not going anywhere. You're getting played, Ace. And what's going to happen is Edge is going to be jealous. He's going to come back and cost him his career. And then we're going to get some shenanigans. And then they'll feud heading into SummerSlam. That's what's going to happen.
Hey, if that's booking 101, hey, whoever's booking, go ahead and book that because that's better than whatever the hell y'all coming up with. I'll tell you that much. I'm okay with that. Hey, I love all that. But if he ends up losing.
If he whatever happens, just know, I think you're getting played. And I think it's time for you to realize that.
Hey, if I work myself into a shoe, brother, then shoot on me softly, brother. Shoot on me softly.
I mean, somehow Christian convinced you that he's doing great too. So you're easy. You're easy.
First of all, it's not just Christian convincing me. It's the entire. If you go back and watch his matches with Will Hobbs, bro.
Going to. I'm not going to. Well, I want to finish off. I want to talk about. We were talking about Daniel Bryan leaving. Unfortunately, some people did get let go this week. And, you know, it happens in wrestling. People get cut. I don't like it. I feel like people get mistreated all the time in this industry. And we got the quintessential picture. This is a little newsy, but I think it's important because it took off, man. Mickie James was one of those people that got cut from the company last week.
Yeah.
And she went ahead and posted a picture of a trash bag sent to her house of her belongings. Yeah. And it was basically your thanks for being here, goodbye. Like, that was it. And she posted it, and the internet lost its mind. It happened when WWE had its quarterly earnings report, and so that didn't look good. All hell broke loose.
Yeah.
Do you have thoughts? Do you think? I mean, I personally think the way they dismiss wrestlers is really awful. It's bad. Do you think that? I mean, what do you think of all this?
I applaud her for standing up for herself. I applaud her for legitimately putting them on blast and saying, yo, I've sacrificed so much with you guys. And you think you legitimately handed back my stuff in a trash bag and said, yo, here you go. Thank you for your service. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Like you don't do that, fam. I don't care what line of work you're in, right? It's like you're working in an office job and they legitimately put your stuff in the bag, mail to you, and say, yo, here's your stuff back. Right? At least they have the common decency. It was a trash bag. It was a trash bag, right? And that's legitimately like the ultimate F you to somebody, right? So I'm glad she stood up for herself. I'm glad that stuff happened. Now, Mark Carrano is apparently the one who did that. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but he's the one who got fired, and apparently John Laurinaitis has been brought back on. And according to
we're bringing back Johnny.
Yeah, we're bringing back John Laurinaitis.
We're bringing back people power.
We're bringing back people power, and according to Dave Messler, Mark Carrano is still there. He's fired from his position, but he's still there. He's just answering to John Laurinaitis. But again, multiple people online, even wrestlers, so people like Darren Young.
Throwing out random rumors, sir.
Exactly. No, if you go look at it. It says it there. Dave Messer reported it. Cade Satsy reported it. Everybody else was reporting it. So that's what they've been saying. So the situation here is, you know, John Laurinaitis also, Darren Young said even by that time, when John Laurinaitis was at, he also got a trash bag sent to him like that. So, you know, it's one of those things where, hey, you know, this business.
I think this is a culture thing. I think wrestling has always been hardcore.
Yeah.
And it's always been cutthroat. Not a friendly place. Overall, just the industry itself is very, you know, dog eat dog. But I will say, I want your take, because I feel like obviously WWE felt like this was a bad look. But we didn't get an apology from Vince McMahon. We got an apology from Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. And I think this says a lot about where the future is going. I'm not saying that they're good people or bad people, or that they're smarter, or like they're more in tune. But there is a part of them that understands where the industry is going. And this is the future, man. Stephanie and Triple H are going to take over WWE at some point, as you know, in 20 years, 15 years. Like, are you ready for the era of Triple H and Stephanie?
Are they? Because from what I saw in the reports, that new guy, Khan, his name is like Nick Khan. Vince is really high on him. I don't know.
Really?
Look, I don't know if you know him, but Nick Khan is the reason why they got rid of what's his face, that one dude on Running That Raw who was announcing, and he put in his best friend there. Nick Khan.
What do you mean, Samoa Joe?
No, not Samoa Joe. I'm talking about I forgot his name. The guy who was
this is what happens when you don't watch WrestleMania. This
is what happens with what? I don't know. Look, I'm just letting you know. I don't know if it's going to be headed to Triple H and Stephanie.
Okay, you are ridiculous. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon obviously will have a say in the future of this company.
I think they'll have a say.
You don't even want it. Do you not want this?
I don't think so. I don't. So they can hoard people? No.
Sir, blood is thicker than water.
CM Punk once said, this company will be better off, hopefully, when Vince is dead. But then you have his doofus son-in-law who's going to take over. Hey.
Wait, you're quoting CM Punk now? Who are you?
Hey, I'm just saying. I don't like CM Punk, but the man had his reasons.
Well, I'll just say, Triple H, as much as, he's gotten flack for being his own advocate, he's always pushed himself as, like, the main lead. He's always been, like, highly respectful of, like, the incoming talent. And he's the reason why NXT is a big deal. He is a big advocate of where we're going. And I think a lot of people appreciate that. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I think Triple H is going to be involved one way or another.
I think he'll be involved, but I think the more we're looking at how Triple H is running things, if we look at what's happening in NXT right now, I don't know. I don't know.
You don't think we're going to the moon, baby?
I don't know. Look, right now it's all about the brand, right? Right. The brand is thriving. The brand is doing great. So we'll see what happens. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not fully sold on Triple H.
Okay, well, we talked about CM Punk. Summer of Punk obviously was a big deal. Last topic, kind of related to Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns, everything. Are we going to get a Summer of Cesaro, Ace?
Man, I hope so. I think he deserves it, man. He's been busting his butt. He's been legitimately in this company for so long. I mean, I remember a long time ago when Vince McMahon was on the Broken Skull sessions, and Vince even talked about Cesaro, and he was like, Cesaro has it. He hasn't found it yet, but when he does, he'll be big. That was 6 years ago.
I don't know. You're quoting CM Punk today. You're quoting Vince McMahon. Who are you?
So let me just tell you, hey, I've been hanging out with TK a lot. Shout out to TK. But the point is, it is his time. And we should have a Summer of Cesaro.
Do you want to see him?
Yeah. I think he deserves it, man. I think who else do we have? Daniel Bryan's leaving.
No, but not
Edge is not there no more.
Okay, but not deserve it. Do you want to see him? Like, is he a friend of the show?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Do you not want to see it?
I don't think that they know how to market Cesaro. That's my problem. But
so it goes back to what Vince McMahon said, and he has it.
No. It goes back.
It is.
No, I think it's very easy to blame the wrestler when the company puts on a show. You have writers and you have bookers and you can make anyone into anything if you put in the effort, honestly. And I think we see multiple examples of that. And that's why I feel like Cesaro is gonna have a great year one way or another. If he doesn't have his summer, he'll have his winter, he'll have something. You're good with me on this?
Yeah, winter fella's coming. Cesaro fella's coming.
Cesaro is coming. All right. Well, that'll be exciting. I want to do the question of the week because that's an important part of this show, and it's time.
Yeah, I already know. Let's go. What it is?
All right. Question of the week. What is your favorite I Quit moment?
Oh man. There's so many I Quit great moments. But you know what I find hilarious though? One of the most funniest ones ever was when they fired Eric Bischoff. And they had Teddy Long in the middle of the ring. And then Teddy Long is doing his dance. And he's like, hey, you fired. Security, someone get this crack out of here. It was a huge pop. And he goes, yay. He starts dancing. It was funny.
Can I just say, last time we did your favorite wedding moment, and I just saw it on TikTok. I forgot about this. Teddy Long had a great wedding on SmackDown, like in 2006 or 7.
Yeah.
And they had like they had Jagged Edge singing, and they had Vince McMahon jamming. Like, how did you? Don't act like you knew this. Like,
no, I told you. Teddy Long has continuously been great. The SmackDown during the Ruthless Aggression era, Teddy Long was amazing. I'll tell you, he was calling people's crackers. He was over there setting up tag team matches. He was setting up people going one-on-one with. He was
bringing up the Undertaker.
The Undertaker.
I like that. Actually, I like that. I was gonna make it more real and say I liked when Bret Hart laughed after the screw job and he did the WCW in front of everyone, and that was a great iClip moment. But that feels more real. I'm just gonna go with yours because Teddy Long, like, I feel like it's underrated in all these moments.
I'm telling you, man. And he does a little dance. Give me the Mac. Hey.
That man, you holla every week.
Holla.
I love it. But talking about people leaving, people getting fired, I feel like an I quit question was very relevant here.
I feel.
But that was the week, Ace. We're post WrestleMania. Are you looking forward to anything?
I'm looking forward to Blood and Guts. I'm looking forward to everything and all things AEW. I'm not really looking forward to anything with WWE. WWE has completely lost me as a fan, so it's just. It is what it is. It is.
Okay, we just did 20 minutes on WWE, but ignore his comments now. We're good.
Oh, really? Anyways, you can listen to this podcast and this show by subscribing to Roger Talks Wrestling. Make sure you like and leave us a comment down below. Ladies and gentlemen, we need your comments. We want to interact with you. We want to talk to you. We want to know, do you think I'm crazy? Do you think Beast Supreme is crazy? What do you think? Let me know. Let us know. Make sure to like, subscribe. But let me tell you something else. For those of you, when you at the gym, when you're on the way to work, when you're on the way back to work, and you want to listen to this show or any of our other shows, then you can go to @ the Weekly Replay on Instagram, YouTube, on Spotify, on SoundCloud, on any other place you get your music or anywhere else you listen to podcasts. We are on there. So be sure to go listen to us on those different media platforms.
You are completely right, Ace. And I want to thank everyone for checking us out when we created Tally Marks, our brand new show on our channel. We tallied up all our marks. We ended up in a tie, but you know what? We had a great time. We got some great interaction with everyone. So I love that. Make sure to check out Ace with his weekly replay and all of his projects as well. And that's it, Ace. Let's get out of here.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe. Make sure you follow us. That's all we got. See you next week. Right here, live on The Weekly Finisher.
Bye.